Hi everyone and welcome to Valparaiso! We just arrived not long ago from Santiago. It's only like an hour and a half by bus, less. And then we got a local bus to this area, vibrant area where our hostel is, or our like apartment. And there's just street art everywhere. That's the main thing to see. It's culture, it's street art. It was home to the poet Pablo Neruda. And we're just going out for the evening now to explore down by the harbour and see what this city has to offer. I already love the way it's like bohemian. It's a little bit rough around the edges, and so far so good. Me gusta. Y me gusta Chile también. Lovely. Guys, Valparaiso is a very steep city. 14 hills apparently, so twice that of Rome, and you can go up these really steep steps here, or you can get a funicular. But we decided we didn't get enough steps in today, so we're getting up them steps. You can see the Pacific there, gorgeous. We just went down to the harbour to have a look. A lot of cruise ships come in here, so it's very popular. And I got a bag of churros and it was delicious, and that's pretty much what we've done so far. But it's really nice to just have a wander this evening and then have a proper explore tomorrow.
Many of these historic funiculars or ascensores in Valparaiso, and of course we had to try one to get back down to our area. This gave us a wonderful viewpoint and perspective of the city. Afterwards, we stumbled across a celebration of Palestinian culture and stayed to show our solidarity. This was followed by a traditional dinner of chorillanos in a local restaurant.
So this morning we went down to a flea market, one of the largest I think here in Chile. It was 1.5 kilometers just along the main avenue. It was amazing, very overwhelming, but you should be very careful with your phone here, so I didn't take out a lot to record, but I got little snippets and it was really fun. Just random objects, you didn't know what you were going to find, and a great atmosphere. Then we went for a quick coffee in a traditional cafe restaurant, and now we're here at the plaza of Pablo Neruda, the Chilean poet and activist, I guess. So I'm not sure if we're going to go into the museum. I think it's $10, which is a little steep. And what we've found here in the museum so far is that most everything is in Spanish, and my Spanish is okay, not great. Aiden has no Spanish at all, so we're trying to see if it's worth going in or not. But it's a beautiful area, nice little quiet plaza here up on the hills, and I think there's a really nice viewpoint near here as well, so we're going to check it out. So we didn't end up going into the museum, just into sort of a plaza with a lovely viewpoint. We saw Pablo Neruda's house. It was very nice in a quiet neighbourhood, but the museum looked quite small, and we just, I suppose, we're just trying to spend our money on the things we really want, or you know. So now we're walking to an open air museum where I think they have a lot of street art. Now there's street art everywhere, like look at this, right on the wall, everywhere, especially around the area we're staying. There's just loads of it, loads of graffiti, loads of murals, but this particular one is supposed to have some information about the artists themselves. They're all Latin American artists, so it's about a 10-minute walk from the museum, and we're just heading down this residential hill with beautiful views of the sea. Well, we're kind of done for the day, guys. It's still pretty early, it's like 4 o'clock, but we're just gonna go in for a siesta. We explored that open air museum. It was really nice, not very well signposted, not a lot of information, but we just kind of walked around, and it does have the name of the artists on some of the plaques, but no information about the artists really. But it was beautiful. There's street art everywhere. Oh, there's a kitty cat. There he goes. So then we went for a lunch up in that area, Cerro Bella Vista. The views were Bella. It was gorgeous. And got some seafood there. Delicious, great views. Walked around a bit more. A lot of it is just walking around, exploring these neighborhoods. They're really fun. But we're ready for a siesta. I'm not sure if we're going to emerge or not. Ooh, how's Aiden?
Not too bad, no?
Not too bad. This place is bougie, isn't it?
There's a bit more upmarket now than where we were.
Well, I was right. We did not resurface yesterday. After our siesta, we just made dinner in the hostel, or we're in an apartment, so that's kind of part of a hostel. So dinner in the apartment and just chilled out there. And today we're actually leaving Valparaiso, heading to our next destination along the coast. But we took a very short day trip here to Vina del Mar, which is the next kind of city over, and it's known for having better beaches. Because we were looking for a beach in Valparaiso. I don't think there's much. They're quite small, or like maybe not the safest. Definitely safety is an issue in Valparaiso. Like, we've been warned a lot of times to keep, you know, our belongings safe and to be careful. So that's why I haven't been recording too much, especially of me talking. I just don't want to draw attention to myself, and I've been keeping the phone away. But Vina del Mar seems a lot safer already. I don't know if that's true, let me know in the comments. But there are kind of bougie cafes, brunch spots. Now the beach, I'm just climbing up here. Woo, go on Aiden, he's climbing, we're climbing. The beach leaves a bit to be desired. It's a little bit dirty, a bit grimy. Maybe not the safest, I don't know. Yeah, we just found a dead rat. Like, the beach itself is beautiful, it's great to see the Pacific, but it's a bit gritty, which is fine, we don't mind a bit of grit. The struggle of being a celiac. Chicken? What do you feel, Aiden?
Papas fritas.
Papas fritas. Who's gonna get pollo y papas fritas? Just got some papas.
It's hot.
It's hot. We have a private bus. We're on our...
Not for long.
Not for long. We're back in Vina del Mar. We had a private bus.
Oh, come on.
We had a private bus there for the last 30 minutes.
27
minutes. It was so nice. Just us on here. It's really comfy. Flixbus is great, guys. So we're on to part 2 of Chilean coast, and we're off to Aiden.
La Serena.
La Serena. Just for one night.
Here we have visitors now.
Coming in. Made it to La Serena. So guys, we made it to La Serena. We were only here for one night, so we crashed last night at our hostel, and now this morning we're up and exploring. We're starting out with bougie coffee because we're tired. We're tired. So we found this gorgeous place, little courtyard here in La Serena. So far, This looks like a gorgeous city, very authentic, beautiful colonial buildings. So we're going to explore the market here, the main square, maybe a museum, and then we might try and get out to the beach, which is about a 45-minute walk away. But yeah, that's the plan.
I was like, Santiago is just grab a coffee, run, business.
Yeah,
And
let's chill out.
Valparaiso, the coffee places were kind of just Nescafe, fire at you. Whereas here, it's nice.
It's nice. How's the coffee, Aidan? Try it.
Very good, very nice.
So we're just across from the main square there, and we are trying some more Chilean food. I had a completo in Santiago, but I'm going to have one again. And Aidan got chorianas, which we've had before, but these ones look more comprehensive. So have a look at this choriana and let's get his reaction.
I'll go right that chorizo is.
Woo! Well, what do you think, Aidan? A1. Hey, look at that! So it's like chips. Oh, what's underneath? Egg, chorizo, and beef, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. So we found ourselves in the Archaeological Museum of La Serena, which was really cool. We learned about some different people that were here pre-Inca, and then how the Incas kind of incorporated into the life here, or how it incorporated the culture of the people who were here beforehand. So that was really interesting because we weren't sure what was here pre-Inca, and of course then pre-Spanish conquistadores as well. So that was well worth a visit, and it was free. And now we find ourselves in Plaza de Armas, the main square. This is what you'll see a picture of, this beautiful colonial style building, when you see any imagery of La Serena online. There's music playing, there's a fair on over there. The atmosphere, guys, is 10 out of 10, and so lovely and sunny now again today. So we're excited to just walk around and see what we find here in Plaza de Armas. So we've just walked from the city here up to the beach of La Serena, and there's an incredible lighthouse here, absolutely gorgeous. I think you can go up. There were guys offering us rides on horses, all this kind of stuff. And the beach, lads, it's Costa del Sol. It actually looks gorgeous, and you can see the nearby city of Coyhaique, I think, as well. We passed through that on the bus yesterday. There's a big cross like this, and the sea looks mad blue, and it's super busy out here on this summer's day. So we're getting ready to just chill out and go for a swim in the Pacific. This is a nice beach. I think it's nicer than yesterday in Vina del Mar, what we saw. It's still not like white, sandy, amazing. There's a lot of kind of rocks and stuff. And I don't know if you can swim in the sea, so to speak. There's nobody properly in swimming because the waves are really strong. But it's really nice for a few hours. It's busy out here. That's it for La Serena, everyone. So yeah. Oh, that's it for La Serena. We've been here for 24 hours. Pretty good.
Poor little bird is trying to.
There's a bird in the bus station.
He's beating days, girl of him.
Oh, he can't find his way out. He's flying towards the window. But yeah, we're back 24 hours later in the bus station of La Serena. It's gone again. Yeah, we're going to Antofagasta. See you in 11 hours. Made it to Antofagasta. 11 hours of a bus. 10 hours 45? Closer to 11. We left a bit late, we don't know. Woke up in the middle of the Atacama Desert with incredible views, can't wait. And then we came into this town. It's pretty rough and ready. It's a mining town. Not really sure. We're staying by the bus station, which is probably not the best area, a little sketchy. But there's no one around right now. It's fine. So we got the local bus, the micro, into town. It was packed, so I actually couldn't record anything. I couldn't take out my phone because we have a few hours to kill before check-in here at Antofagasta. So we've dropped our bags, got the micro into the city centre, had a walk through Plaza Colón, the main centre, which was nice, but honestly there's a lot of homeless people there. It's a little bit sketchy, and yeah, this city seems pretty gritty, but fine at the same time. And we found this gorgeous place for breakfast, Bob's Coffee. Thank you, Bob, for the coffee. So after our breakfast we went for a bit of an explore, and we ended up in the Museum of Antofagasta, which was really interesting because there's a lot about this place that looks super different from the other places we've seen in Chile so far, and we were kind of wondering why. So Antofagasta used to be part of Bolivia, and it was annexed then by Chile in 1879, and Antofagasta itself is a way newer city than we thought. So we were looking around and we were saying there's not really that colonial style of building. The buildings look newer, and we were thinking maybe there was an earthquake, etc. But actually Antofagasta as a town was only established in 1869, so everything here is pretty new, and it was because of mining and different extraction that was taking place at the time. So it was very rich in minerals. Copper mining was huge here, and it very much has the feeling of a mining town.
We spent the next morning exploring the harbour area of Antofagasta and even spotted some seals.
We found a gluten-free bakery by accident. We had to go in. Had to. How is it? A1.
The afternoon passed quickly as we explored the city centre and main shopping areas. We finished up by watching a glorious sunset from our apartment.
Well, it's day 2 here in Antofagasta, and today we're not actually doing that much because we have a lot of planning to do for our very next stop, but we are visiting some ruins here, the Huanchaca ruins, which we don't know anything about, but we found them on a map. This is them, and it's just next to the university here on the outskirts of the city, and now we're gonna check out these ruins and learn a bit more about them.
2 hours later.
Lads, I'm laughing so hard now. So we went into the museum where we thought we were going to learn about these magical ancient ruins, and myself and Aidan were looking. There was a lot about the mining history. They mined saltpeter, lithium, a few other bits, wasn't it, Aidan? And what did we find out in the end?
They were built in the 1880s. They're not Inca, nor nothing important at all. I don't know, I feel a small bit in scams, to be fair. I suppose they are old, like, but they're not very old.
They're historic here because there are so many earthquakes in Chile, and because the history, as in, you know, post-colonial history, is not very long, that anything from the 1800s is historical. Like, coming from Ireland, it's not, but they were built by a company who had silver mines here, so it was used for, like, what, storing or something to do with silver.
The Chinese have it now, isn't it?
The Chinese own the mining now, something like that. But the museum was great. Again, it just gave us a lot of context for the mining history here, the culture in Antofagasta and the Atacama. So we learned a lot about, like, fossils you'll find, and we may or may not be, well, we're in the Atacama now, but we may not be venturing further into the Atacama ourselves tomorrow. so it's nice to learn a bit. So then at the end of the museum there's a coffee shop just here, and we went in to grab a coffee, and they're setting up for some like TV interview. There's a TV presenter there, there's people in suits.
Very, very Miriam O'Callaghan, alright, so she is very Miriam, genuinely.
She is. There's definitely a TV presenter, so we said we'd just scooch away and have a look at the fake ruins and get the bus back into the centre of the town again. But it was still worth it. It was only 2,000, so like less than €2 to go inside, and we were there for like 2 hours. Still worth it. Well, the rest of our day is going pretty well, guys. We went back into town, got some Colombian food, which I'd never really had before, but we may be going to Colombia at some point in this trip. We definitely are going to Colombia, so it was nice to see what kind of food they had to offer. These menú del días are great because it's like $7.50 less. It's 7,500 Chilean pesos, so about €7.30 for a big 2-course meal and a drink. So that was lovely. And then we got the little bus, the micro, back again to our apartment block here, and I think we're going to just spend the rest of the evening at the pool. It's already 5 o'clock, sun is shining, we have sea views, beautiful pool, and we're going to relax and make a plan for the next few days, because it does require an amount of forward planning, which we haven't done a huge amount of so far. We will be renting a car and we will be travelling the next bit independently as well, so stay tuned. I must say, I've really enjoyed the coastline here of Chile. It's been very different. I thought it would be more touristy than it is, as in there have been quite a few domestic Chilean tourists or Spanish speaking tourists from like Argentina. We met some Brazilians in La Serena. We haven't met any other English speakers. So if you come, better that you do have a little bit of Spanish. I have a small bit, not enough, but it's been, well, just about enough maybe. I think that Valparaiso is beautiful, well worth the visit, but it's not very safe, so watch your stuff. La Serena felt really safe. It was such a surprise, we didn't know what to expect there, but it was a beautiful colonial city, lovely beach, really nice atmosphere around the place, so we'd nearly spend longer there if we could. Antofagasta isn't touristy at all. It's just in the Atacama. I think it's a good base or starting out place for the rest of the Atacama desert, but you know what, we've had a great time here as well, so I can definitely recommend. The transport between the three places has been flawless. The buses here in Chile are amazing, so comfortable, even the overnight. I mean, we didn't sleep well on it, but that's just because it's hard to sleep on any moving vehicle. But yeah, overall very impressed, loving Chile so far, and stay tuned to see our next Chilean adventure. Hasta luego, see you in the next place.